It's about that time. Spring football is getting ready to start. Workouts, I'm sure, has already began for a lot of these football programs in the SWAC as well as the CIAA, SIAC, and the CIAA. And guys, we're looking at some interior linemen that, hoping they're going to be on point when they get into these programs so that they can get out there on the field and compete this upcoming season. Because you already know there's been a lot of linemen at some of these programs that are leaving because they have no more eligibility left, or they might have decided they want to get to the transfer portal. And you must have those big fellas up front that's going to be able to protect your quarterback as well as open up those holes to allow your running backs to run the ball in the game. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at a couple of linemen that I was looking at that have signed with particular programs so we can get a rundown and see exactly what they got going on and how things going to pan out for these athletes this upcoming season right after this. Your favorite coach back at it again. 10 toes down, about to tell you how it all went down. This is Tomorrow Leader Sports Network with your host, Coach Walker. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can get all upcoming videos. For all my leaders out there, welcome back. Y'all know the drill. Y'all know the routine. If you haven't done so already, please like, comment, and share these videos. And tap in a friend or two and tell them to come on in. Start with positive vibes. We're just having a good time talking about HBCU sports. And don't forget, you can follow us on all social media platforms. The links are listed down below in the description. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump on in this thing because we know signing day is upon us. Yes, sir. Signing day is here. What, we 8 days away? I think signing day is on the 7th, and that's going to be next Wednesday. Today is the 30th, the 31st. So I believe it's next Wednesday when they're going to have signing day. So look forward to seeing a lot of these athletes come in there and sign their name on the dotted line, and it's time to get this thing going because, again, as I stated before, you're going to see a lot of HBCU programs out there looking to get themselves positioned to get the athletes in their prospective programs to make sure that they're able to get out there and compete this season. And one thing we got to say for certain is this. I'm glad to see that FAMU finally was able to get their guy, their head football coach, Coach Colsey, the third, who is the 19th head football coach over at the highest of 7 hills, FAMU University, the HBCU national champions. Yes, he is the new head football coach over there. And also, you're starting to see some of those athletes that they were originally recruiting decide to come back and bring their talents back to Tallahassee to make sure that they get out there and put things together for them to compete and look to repeat as SWAC and Celebration Bowl champions next season. But you gotta understand now, you got two teams that's in the division that's looking to knock them off this upcoming season. And these two teams got linemen that's coming in. They got several linemen that's coming into the program, but I decided to pick one from each school to take a look at and see exactly how they're going to pan out, how they fit into the system as far as what they're going to be able to do. Are they ready to go? Guys, I'm going to tell you right now, these two young men that we're going to talk about, they definitely fit the bill on what exactly it is that each school is looking to do with them. So we're going to go ahead and get into that and talk about exactly what's going on. Coach Woody, along with Coach T.C. Taylor, are second-year head coaches at their prospective program. Coach Woody's over Bethune Cookman, T.C. Taylor over at Jackson State University. What they have said is this. Both of these coaches understand what they're trying to find and what they're putting together within their programs. And both programs lost athletes to either the transfer portal or they no longer have any eligibility left. So you got to bring those other athletes that's going to be in there. Some's going to be able to help immediately, while others, you got to groom them up a little bit, get them ready to come out there and compete. These two young men, I think they may be ready, but you got to wait and see how things go, if they're able to get in the spring camp or if they're coming in the summertime to see exactly how things are going to pan out, if they're going to get out there on the field. Now, one thing I'll say is, I had, Coach love looking at them trenches. Y'all already know that. I'm a big fella. I love looking at the trench work to see exactly how these big boys going to get down. Bethune Cookman landed William Roberts III, who played his high school football at St. Thomas Aquinas High School in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Now, this young man he got a big name. William Roberts III, he got somebody else that's behind him who was William Roberts II, who is his father, also known as Rick Ross, who played collegiate football over at Albany State University. This young man chose Bethune-Cookman over a lot of different institutions that was looking for him to bring his talents into their programs in place. So I got to say salute to that young man for choosing the HBCU. According to ESPN and Rivals.com, Roberts was listed as a 3-star recruit. They had a bunch of big-name schools that was looking for his services to come play for them. Georgia Tech, Syracuse, Colorado, Miami, FIU, Texas A&M, Jackson State and Albany State all offered this young man to become a part of their program. He chose Bethune-Cookman. Again, salute to that young man for choosing the HBCU. Now, Jackson State, on the other hand, they landed a young man by the name of Devin Love from Louisville High School in Louisville, Texas. Now, according to On3.com, 247 Sports, and Rivals.com, Love is considered a 3-star inside offensive lineman, and he had offers from North Texas, Sam Houston State, Colorado State, and San Diego State. Now, we're going to look at the tale of the tape between these two young men. William Roberts, who will be attending Bethune-Cookman's measurements, he's 6'3", 285 pounds. Now, this young man plays guard as well as tackle and center, so he plays the complete interior offensive line. Now, Devin Love, on the other hand, 6'4", 305 pounds, and he plays on the offensive line, more so guard and tackle, but his specialty is at the guard position. Trust me when I tell you about how this young man get off at that guard, you're gonna be like, wait a minute. And not only that, but William Roberts III, he can get down too as well on the interior offensive line as well. I think, well, I ain't gonna tell you just yet. I'm gonna save that. Let me save that for you so y'all stick around and see exactly what we got going on here, because that young man is special as well. But looking at the film of both of these athletes, right? William Roberts III is an aggressive lineman, keeps his pad level low, especially when he has shorter defensive players that's in front of him. You always know that with you being so tall, you're going to have folks trying to run up in your chest, thinking they could get up in your chest and get you, keep you off balance, to run, the bull rush you, to get past you, get back there and blow up the play in the backfield or sack the quarterback. Well, this young man, he's definitely one that keeps his pad level low. He doesn't keep his nose over his toes, in which he's able to stay balanced. So when he's out there pass blocking, he's able to kick back, he's able to kick back smoothly, where, again, his kickback is solid and is precise and on point, allowing him to keep his base and not get off balance, where when he kick it back, he's starting to, fall either way. When lineman or defensive end can hit him up in the shoulder to get him off balance so that he can get around him or shoot the gap and get back in the backfield. So that's a great thing about this young man as well. Not only that, but he's one that definitely loved to block until the whistle blows. Now, his run blocking skills are on point as well. He'll definitely look to wring you out like laundry coming up that field. Again, like I said, you saw a lot of linemen, because he was so big, trying to get up in his chest. And what he would normally do is he'd go ahead and wring him out, throw him on down the ground, and pancake him. So definitely understand, this young man is an offensive lineman that ain't taking no garbage from nobody. And believe me, the young man can pull laterally from left to right without it being a problem at all, playing at the offensive guard position. So looking at him do that, you can see right now he's definitely going to be an integral piece that's going to be out there for Bethune-Cookman this upcoming season. Now let's take a look at Devin Love. Devin Love is one that plays inside on the interior offensive line on the inside at the guard position. Didn't really see him at the center position or the tackle position. Now I'll say this: that young man, he can eat right there in that guard position. Now, this young man definitely knows how to shield off blockers, keeping them from getting to play side where the ball is being ran or where the protection is being set up for the quarterback for him to throw out the pocket. He's able to shift his body around to keep that defender from coming across his face to get up the field to try to disrupt the play in the backfield. Not only that, but he doesn't have a problem with pancaking athletes as well. He's one, just like Mr. Roberts, that will block until the whistle blows. Now, Love's strength out there on the field, especially in them trenches, sometimes his strength allows him to bail himself out, because oftentimes there's a couple of times where he rose up out his stance just a little too high, where his pad level was higher than where it needed to be, and that defender tried to get up in his chest and try to muscle him. But he was able to sink down fast and sink his hips down fast enough for him to recover, to keep that defender from getting by him, and then drive him out the hole down the field, allowing that running back to run the ball. So looking at him being able to do that, that was a great thing as well. But that's something that he's definitely got to work on, because coming up on the collegiate level, when that happens, 9 times out of 10, you're going to see somebody else looking to come up that defensive player back, and they go try to blow him up to get back in that backfield and disrupt plays. So you got to make sure he work on that as well. Love footwork, like stated before, is spot on. He's able to, move his feet left. He's able to pull laterally left and right, just like Roberts out there on the field when he's called upon for pulling plays to take place out there on the field. So that's another great thing that he has going on as well. I'll say this. Love's footwork being able to get to certain spots before defenders are able to shoot the gaps left to right. He's able to get that. He's able to stick his foot in there, making sure he's able to get that leverage to keep that defender from getting there and blocking them on up out the way to keep them from just blowing up plays. So that's another good thing about this young man as well. And like I stated before, he's going to block until the whistle blows. Now, head coach Woody's as well as head coach Taylor, they got themselves some daggone good offensive linemen. I can't wait to see which one of these I can't wait to see these two linemen get out there on the field to compete. Now, I will say one thing for certain is this. I'm looking at Roberts. Roberts may get out there a little sooner than Love, but Love would definitely get some playing time as far as, spelling out somebody here and there to go out there on the field. That's just my personal opinion. I know some folks might get upset, like, Coach, you crazy as heck. This boy gonna get out there and do his thing. Not saying he can't get out there and do his thing. What I'm saying is that there's going to, depending upon what's coming into that Jackson State program, because there's some linemen that was lost last season, and from my understanding, there's been a lot of different athletes that are coming into the program now that's going to be playing on that offensive line. So waiting to see exactly what this young man does, that's going to be interesting to see, because I do see this young man getting some playing time. I don't see him sitting on the sideline unless by chance coach is trying to save him to make sure he's ready. If they, if it's something that they're seeing different outside of what I'm looking at. Like I said before, I'm looking at it from tape. I'm not standing there in front of them. I'm just looking at everything based on the tape that we're able to see that I'm sharing with you guys. So I just want everybody to understand that part as far as where I'm coming from. It's no knock on the athletes at all. Just coach is just giving his own feedback. I'll say criticism is nothing negative, but just giving criticism as far as the film that we're being shown, as far as what these athletes have been able to get out there on the field and do. Again, two phenomenal athletes that are going to be able to get out there and produce for their programs as soon as their coaches need them. So it's going to be interesting to see, to say the least. But guys, coach going to go ahead and get up on out this thing. But once again, like I said, I just want to give you guys a quick rundown on some things that I was looking at over here, because I know you guys are like, Coach, we didn't get nothing from you today. The show, Blow the Whistle with your host, Coach Walker. Look forward to that coming on Thursday. Coach had to rework that one because, boy, y'all might be upset with Coach on this one. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm just being real. I found some stuff that got me a little, perturbed. But we're gonna talk about it though. So y'all get ready. Make sure you tune in, tap in, tell a friend it's going down. Coach ain't gonna leave you hanging. We got this stuff coming to you left and right. But guys, we're gonna go ahead and get up on out this thing. But until next time, be the one and lead.